Electrification Administration, and I want to thank all of you for coming over on a short notice. If I may start, again, good afternoon to our friends from the media. In 2024, the South Cotabato 2 Electric Cooperative Incorporated, otherwise known as Socoteco 2, regressed from being categorized as a AAA electric cooperative to just mere B level, following the National Electrification Administration Key Performance Indicators. Given this development, and to prevent Socoteco 2's further regression, in 2025, the NEA installed a project supervisor to assist Socoteco 2's Board of Directors and review its policies. The NEA would likewise appoint an OIC General Manager from within Socoteco 2's ranks on the account of the retirement of GM Jerry DeSisto. However, the project supervisor in the conduct of the functions reviewed Socoteco 2's power supply agreements and discovered that said agreements had been implemented incorrectly and highly irregular. Such was reported to the NEA, which prompted it to order a special audit of Socoteco 2's PSAs. Subsequently, the project supervisor, together with Socoteco 2's Board of Directors, appeared before the Sangguniang Panglungsod of General Santos City to discuss several anomalies discovered in Socoteco 2's management practices. This prompted both the Sangguniang Panlungsod and the Socoteco Board to call on NEA to take action. And that is why my being present here today is to install a former NEA Director of Institutional Services who opted a optional retirement in the person of Noli Alomillo. Can you please make yourself acknowledged? He will be assigned as the executive officer, and of which I will read to you guys the order. This is Office Order 2026-102. I'll give you copies later. In the exigency of the service and pursuant to Section 4 of PD 269 as amended by Republic Act number 10531, in relation to Section 58 of Republic Act 9136, Mr. Noli Alomillo is hereby designated as Executive Officer of Socoteco 2 in order to sustain the operational efficiency of the cooperative in the service and protection of the rights and interests of its member consumer owners. As such, Mr. Alomillo shall perform the following functions, among others: supervise the management and operations of the Socoteco 2 to ensure efficient delivery of electric service to the MCOs, exercise powers to hire, fire, approve, and disapprove personnel, employment and movement, sign, countersign checks, withdrawal slips, and other banking transactions for and behalf of the electric cooperative with all banks where Socoteco 2 has an account, and perform other tasks and duties that may be assigned directed by the NEA for the purpose of operational efficiency. This order shall take effect immediately. Signed, Administrator Antonio Mariano C. Almeda. Going back to the anomalies and irregularities I was mentioning prior to my reading the order, the first among the, I would say, irregularities that were discovered is kinda alarming. Some of Socoteco 2's power supply agreement allow its GenCos to sell unutilized capacity of Socoteco 2 consumers to the market. Meaning to say, kung may sobrang power na hindi dispatch ng mga consumer, the PSA authorizes the GenCo to sell it to the spot market. I am specifically referring to that of the PSA of Big Power, who is an embedded generation company within the franchise of Socoteco 2. Socoteco, it is an established and well-settled rule that generation costs are pure pass-through cost for distribution utilities. Meaning to say, distribution utilities like Socoteco 2 are only collection agents for such pass-through costs. It is the member consumer owners who truly pay for such pass-through costs. Therefore, distribution utilities are not supposed to earn from generation costs. Kung ano man ang kinita dito sa remarketing na tinatawag natin on the generation, hindi pera ng Socoteco 2 yan. Pera yan ng member consumer owners. However, we found out that these proceeds of remarketing fees, which are paid contracts to Socoteco 2, we discovered that said proceeds were not reported as income. Said proceeds were deposited to the internally generated funds of Socoteco 2. Ginamit po ng Socoteco 2 management ito as operating income. Yan ho ay pinagbabawal. Yung 59 million na po na yan, dapat yan ibinabalik sa member consumer owners at to reduce their power rates. So it has to be distributed. For some reason, the management of Socoteco 2 violated the trust of the member consumer owners. Socoteco 2 management knows these established rules and policies of power supply contracts. If they do not know them, well, that is mere negligence or worse, outright incompetence. So this is indicative that the management of Socoteco 2 has the tendency to act without any board approval. After further investigation, hindi ho alam ng board na meron ganong pera. Hindi ho pinalam sa board at dinesisyonan ng management. So that is one reason why I have and flew here and appoint a new acting general manager or an executive officer that will perform the functions of an acting general manager. We will be conducting a thorough forensic audit and get to the bottom of this. As in fact, Mr. Noli Alumilio here, being the executive officer, do have in his team 3 certified public accountants from the Management and Consultancy Services of NEA, MACSO, 1 engineer that will serve as a technical assist to review all the PSAs, and an institutional expert on the institutional department of NEA to review on some other matters, to review such other incidents on some other matters. This incident also exposes Socoteco 2 to further financial liability. Nagastos daw yung 59 million na yan. And I'm sure if this would be brought upon the attention of ERC will order Socoteco 2 to refund the 59 million to the member consumer owners. If ordered by ERC, problema na naman kung saan bubunin yung 59 billion na yan. So, this is only the first or the tip of the iceberg. Second, from 2016 to 2024, and despite its regression, Socoteco 2 management, I'm only talking of the management here, spent a total of 126.08 million on mortuary benefits. Ito po yung pinamimigay na abuloy ng Socoteco 2 pag may namatay na member consumer owners. Napakaganda kong proyekto. Pero, this amount could have been spent on long-term solutions para mapaganda ang operations ng kooperatiba. Wala ho tayong pag-uusapan ngayon ng mortuary benefits kung ang pinamimigay po ng Socoteco 2 ay perang sobra or retained earnings. Mantakin ninyo, 126 million ho ito in the period of what? 8 years? Dalawang substation na ho ito. So again, I ordered Lola Alumilio to dig deeper into the implementation of this program. And I already announced the board and management that we have to give it some second look of whether or not Socoteco 2 can afford to continue these programs, considering the present financial situation of Socoteco 2 right now. Third, we already received reports that Socoteco 2 outsources most of its operation and maintenance functions. Kinonfirm ho ng management kanina, ang plantilla position ho ng Socoteco 2 totals to 281 positions and 700 job orders. Napakabigat po ng bagahe na dinadala ng Socoteco 2 ngayon sa pasweldo. So, anyway, yan yung mga bagay na yan ay itatama natin at i-harmonize, i-rationalize natin. At ayaw ko hong magbigay ng maghusga sa bagay na yan. But I just would like to assure the people of Socoteco 2, its member consumer owners, that NEA will dip its fingers and find out whether or not Socoteco 2 management committed error in accumulating this number of employees or job orders over and above the regular employees. Further, the NEA also directed a financial audit of Socoteco 2 to be conducted by Maxo. Yan po ang sinasabi ko kanina, meron nun tayong 3 finance people, all certified public accountants, and a technical expert that will review the PSAs of Socoteco 2 and also the institutional expert to review the institutional programs of the institutional department of Socoteco 2. For the meantime, ito lang muna ho ang ilalahad ko. At again, the forensic audit will be ongoing. And we will make sure, I will make sure that the member consumer owners will be informed blow by blow on the outcome of the audit. Lastly, it has also come to my attention that several persons, groups, and even corporations have claimed that my position as administrator of NEA is favoring proponents. These people have gone as far as to drag my family and personal life into the matter without any evidence other than bare allegations and unfounded conclusions. The same people have also resorted to harassing Socoteco 2 personnel, specifically the board of directors. I just want to call your attention, huwag ho kayong maghiga-higanti ho rito sa Socoteco 2. Kilala niyo ho sarili niyo. Kung ang pakiramdam niyo ho, higanti kayo, huwag niyo ho pinagtatatakot ang mga board of directors. At lalong-lalo na, huwag ho kayo mag-i-insinuate na hindi ho kami transparent o parehas dito sa ginagawa namin sa Socoteco 2. Kung hindi ho naaayon sa interest ninyo ang mga nangyayari, huwag niyo hong tatakutin ang board of directors. Wala ho kaming ginagawang labag sa batas. Habang naaayon sa batas ang ginagawa ng board of directors, sa harap nila, sasabihin ko sa inyo, sagot ko kayo. Yun lang po at maraming salamat.
Good afternoon po para sa lahat. So, yung official statement po ng NEA will be provided a copy. Post din po yan sa Facebook page ng NEA. We have an official press statement. I'm sure yung mga media partners po natin today would like to have follow-up questions, no? Pero i-moderate lang po natin. So, isa-isa pong tatanong. Once recognized, please state your name as well as the media outlet you are affiliated with. For the others, please listen to the questions carefully so we avoid repetitive questions po.
To the new installed acting executive officer, sir, can we respond to that as been mentioned by NEA and state your name so we can clear it from your
to support the endeavor.
follow-up on question. Sir, tomorrow there's a scheduled invitation from the General Manager of Socoteco to sa SP, as when we have covered it last week. So how is it? Is it the new GM who will attend tomorrow?
Yes, it will be the new executive officer that will attend together with, I have tasked one of my deputy administrator. His name is Attorney Omar Mayo, who will represent NEA, and together with him and Noli Alamillo will be the consultant engineer Professor Wally Del Mundo.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Sir, please state your name, the media outlet you're affiliated with, and ask the question po, sir.
Thank you. I am Boni Villanuevo, the station manager of Trimedia News FM. Administrator, I just want to be clarified first with regards to your narrative a while ago. Does it mean that NEA will take over the management of Socoteco?
Hindi po take over ang tawag dito. Tutulungan lang po namin ang Socoteco po iayos ang kanilang mga issues right now, and NEA will be spearheading to elicit the real situation of Socoteco 2. Kaya kailangan ho ma-involve ang NEA sa management.
How long will the executive director serve to manage this?
It will all depend on the outcome of the audit, and as long as ang objective dito, we have to straighten out the facts. We have to get the clear picture of what is the financial state of Socoteco 2 as we speak right now.
Meron bang kakaharapin na kaso yung mga taong sagot sa anomalya ito?
Definitely. NEA will be issuing show cause orders to the different management personalities to give them the chance to explain. We will do this according to the rules, and based on the findings, they will be given a chance to explain their side why such decisions were made.
Thank you. I'm back.
Okay? Any further questions, sir?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Long press.
Long press na. Habang nasa...
Sige, sir. Rinig naman po kayo, sir. You can just state your name.
Good afternoon, sir. I would like to address this question to our NEA administrator. Sir, we would like to know the present financial and technical status of Socoteco 2. And my follow-up question is, you are mentioning about investigation and auditing. To whom are you directing this investigation? Who will be likely the liable persons?
We will be directing the audit on the decisions made by the management. So that includes the former acting or general managers, together with the finance managers, together with the technical managers, together with the institutional managers, the core plan, and the admin and personnel department. They will be given a chance to explain their involvement, the decisions, because alam nyo, ang isang nakakalungkot dito, at medyo hindi ako agree, maraming decision ng management na walang board approval. Yon ang isang bagay na pinag-usapan namin with the board kanina and the management. Sabi ko sa kanila, bakit nangyayari na may mga major decisions dito na walang board approval? And it seemed to me that the management failed to bring matters to the board and seek their approval. Hindi naman pwedeng ganon. Meron tayong batas na sinusunod, meron tayong guidelines na sinusunod, at yun ay dapat sundin. Kung hindi masusunod yun, then there would exist for sure some liabilities.
So, pwede malaman, sir, anong mga decision yun na without board resolution, sir?
Kagaya ng binanggit ko kanina, yung pag-treat sa funds na galing sa GENCO as remarketing funds, ipasok sa internally generated funds at ipasok mo as income. Hindi dapat yun. May walang board approval. May hindi nga alam ng board, meron ganun pala eh. So, it's highly irregular, no? That's highly irregular. And even in the implementation of the mortuary benefits, million to eh. Alam nyo, para makasiguro ko, tinanong ko rin sa ibang mga kooperatiba ng AAA. Ang mortuary benefits ba, purely management decision? Hindi. Dapat yan kada 5. Mga 1,000, 2,000, 6,000, 20,000, kailangan may board approval. Otherwise, wala nang check and balance.
Sir, we can move on now to the next. Sir, yes?
Dr. Ramil from the Informer. Sir, earlier you said huwag yung natakot yung mga good members. My question is, who are you referring to, sir?
Alam na nila kung sino yun. Nakikita ko lang sa social media. It's for you to find out. Huwag na natin sagutin. Ha?
Okay, maybe we can just take the last 2 questions po, no? Yes, sir.
Administrator, magandang hapon po. Dito naman po sa proseso ng pag-accept, di ba may mga proposals na pinarating sa Socoteco 2? Kasi may mga nag-i-insinuate na gusto nila yung proseso ay gawin sa kung ano yung pabor sa kanila. Ano ba talaga yung proseso sa pagpili ng kung sino ang manalo or base doon sa proposal, administrator?
Alam nyo, lahat yan ay provided for by Presidential Decree 269. Lahat po yan ay sinusunod ng Board of Directors. Ngayon, kung meron hong mga partidong hindi maaayunan o makukuha ang interest nila, yun ho yung mga malalakas manakot. Yun ho yung malalakas manakot. Huwag ho natin sanang ulitin ko. Huwag niyo ho kami takutin. Wala ho kami ginagawang masama. Naayon ho sa batas ang aming ginagawa rito. At ang tanging hangarin namin dito ay maibalik sa mga konsumidor ang maayos at reliable na serbisyo at murang kuryente.
Okay, I think there is a last question. After this, okay na po tayo.
Administrator, yung tanong daw ito eh. Meron ba kayong kaalaman or do you have any knowledge as to the proposal of Meralco and Ignite More Power?
Iyan ay isang bagay na nasa kamay ng Board of Directors. Babalik sa akin yan kung ano man ang maging desisyon. Wala ho akong kinalaman kung ano ang proposal. Si Prof. Wally po ay kinuha nilang consultant para maiayos ang evaluation. Pero lahat po yan ay darating sa opisina ko kung ano man ang maging desisyon ng board at doon ho namin sa DEA pag-aaralan at i-evaluate kung lahat po ng kanilang desisyon ay naaayon sa batas, specifically the one of provided for by Presidential Decree PD 269.
Maraming salamat po.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
One last talk.
May last question.
Okay, with this audit scenario, doon naman tayo sa member consumer. Ano ang kailan po yung participation ng mga member consumers?
Alam nyo, dito sa mga offer na pinag-uusapan natin, ang tanging magdidesisyon nito ay ang member consumer owners. Hindi po ang NEA, hindi po ang board. Inaayos lang po ang board kung paano ipipresenta sa member consumer owners. For the information of everyone, bago maging katanggap-tanggap ang isang offer, pagbobotohan ho yan ng lahat ng member consumer owners. Kailangan po makakuha ng boto ng 50% plus 1. Yun po ang sinasabi ng batas. Kaya yun ho pinalalabas nila na inaayunan ni admin at ganito ganyan. Wala pa hong desisyon na nangyayari dito. Lahat po yan ay isusumite para pagbotohan sa plebisito ng member consumer owners. Sana po, maliwanag po sa inyo.
Okay, thank you very much to our administrator. Thank you very much to our media partners. That concludes our press con for today. Again, yung official statement po ng NEA can be found on the Facebook page. Please also provide na lang your details to our Ellen Bangay. She will also give you or email to you copy of the official statement.
Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir.